you brought up something when you were talking about translation that I wanted to jump to because nobody mentioned it. Yeah?
What about on-screen text?
Thank you. That's you're a mind reader. Jesus. If I would give you my water, Joe, if I didn't need it so bad. But this would be yours. I'll find something fun to give you in a minute. That was rude. I would have given you this. But that's exactly what I was about to get into, because the one thing I didn't hear today is a lot of people say, well, in the fan subs I get cultural notes and on-screen text. How many of you have seen the American release of Plastic Little with the jiggle counter? How many of you have seen the pop-up notes in Excel Saga? Those aren't a part of the actual viewing of the material, are they? What are they considered?
Extras.
They're extras. Somebody always gets into, and this is something that I didn't get to touch on, was technical aspects of DVDs. There are limitations to what legitimate producers can do with the DVD medium itself. Do we get to choose whatever font we want for DVDs?
No. I mean, it's pretty limited.
It's very limited. Do we get to choose whatever color we want?
I think they usually use yellow or white with a black border for the letters.
Yeah. And somebody the other day was like, well, what about Gans? Gans was considered artistic text because the Gans ball spoke lead, basically.
And it also did in Japan.
Yeah, it did.
There was kanji that was backwards and everything else. So.
In DVDs, we can actually have translations for signs and things like that, but we can't randomly add video notes throughout the show. The DVDs require us that be an extra feature. That being said, I was hoping that with the advent of Blu-ray and HD, that we would have many more options with font and color, and I would like at some point for the user to be able to choose what font, what color. God forbid they ever include Comic Sans, but you know, that being said, like, I think it's up to the user to see Helvetica Bold or, you know, something else. Unfortunately, this is a problem the music industry deals with too. How many of you own CDs and notice there's a little CD logo in the corner? You know, that little, it just says CD, compact disc. Oh, I just did work on a techno CD not too long. Thank you. I did work on a techno CD, and the girl that did the artwork just found a copy of that logo and put it on our CD, and I was like, you can't do that. You know what? You have to agree to a series of technical standards before you can add that to your CD. And it has to do with, in the music industry, it has to do with bit rate and certain quality and whatnot. This tastes just like water, but it's better because it's got caffeine in it. Oh, that's awesome. The industry is fine. The record industry is finally given the finger to those set of standards. How many of you have bought a CD at Starbucks recently? Anybody? Oh, come on. The brand new Heavy's new CD came out at Starbucks. Tracy Chapman's got a CD at Starbucks. You won't find that logo on the Starbucks CDs. In fact, the Beastie Boys were the first people to kind of give the industry the finger for that. Their company wanted to add a file to the actual CD that would make it harder to bootleg. That didn't fall within the technical standards. So they were like, well, we don't have to call it a compact disc. It's shiny and you put it in a CD player and it plays music. So they didn't put the logo on it. And To the Five Boroughs sold just as well as it would have had it not had that little logo on it.
Don't those same discs also have warnings on them that it may not play on all players?
Yeah, it's the big piracy warning that looks retarded, but yeah, that's you've got the right one, yeah. But the thing is, the music industry is having to move and shape fast because the music industry, having much more money than the anime industry has faced the same problems that we're facing now, and they're trying to get their head around the way to do it. So unfortunately, some of those cultural notes and some of those call-out texts, we have to include as extras. And God bless the jiggle counter, because the jiggle counter gave way to eventually South Park's SHIT monitor in the corner, I would like to think. Y'all know those guys are big anime fans, right? That's so happy. And Crispin's friend actually helped create my favorite fat goth girl on South Park. So, what's her name? What was the girl's name?
Isabel.
No, the girl's name on South Park. The little girl is like, I'm gonna go listen to Skinny Puppy. Isabel actually helped create that character. So, yay! Because I love the goth kids on South Park. But no, I know Isabel's name. So those things are technical limitations of a disc, and unfortunately, like I said, musicians deal with that too.